Welcome back to Bloom 25, and you are watching episode 3. Yes, I'm so glad that you have joined us or rejoined us. If you're new here, go ahead and check out episode 1 and episode 2 because, that's just logical, right? You watch 1, 2, then 3. Right. Am I right? So, yes, this is episode 3 in the series, and today we're going to be talking about following your dreams and your vision. And yeah, let's get into it. So, I am a girl with dreams, with. I'm constantly like, it's so bad and I guess good that I have to be like writing down my plans, well, not plans, but like ideas and things like that. And coming to that point where, okay, Zeno, you cannot do everything in this lifetime. I don't know if there's another lifetime, but in this lifetime, you cannot do everything. So please pick, choose, and refuse at this point, right? Or give the idea to someone else or something of that sort, right? So, yeah, I am constantly, I'll always have a aha moment. And in those aha moments, because I'm a forgetful girl, yeah, your girl have to be writing them down. Like, I'm kind of young and I forget things. So, like, what? Nah, fam. But yet here we are talking about it. Yeah. So in talking about all of this, I have had a moment where I just feel like somebody enough and like why are you aiming so for so much like I just want too much in a life, like too much in a life. But I see myself a certain place, and seeing myself a certain place requires for me to be too much. And now I'm at a point in life where I'm like, if I'm too much for somebody, for a corporation, that's fine. They are free to go and find somebody who gives less, who is less. And I'm quite fine. That's the point I've reached in my life. So my dreams are very big. I'm not gonna really go fully in depth with them, maybe touch on a few. Um, my dreams are very big, and I remember in the beginning of 2022, I did my vision board. I actually did we call it a vision board, like it's on my phone and stuff like that. And I actually had it up as a screensaver for a couple months, and then I took it off. I completely forgot about it, and I found it the other day, and I was going through at it, and I'm like, wow, I've accomplished quite a few things on this vision board. And I'm not into the whole manifesting thing. I believe in, well, manifesting in the sense of how New Age people talk about it. I just believe in Jesus Christ and commit my dreams, my aspirations, my plans, everything to Him. Whatever happens, happens. Because I realize that God's plans are way better than mine. So, like, who am I to even fight Him on that, right? So, when I looked at the fact that a lot of these things that I had put on my vision board for the year had pretty much come true, I'm like, wow, this is crazy. Because, what? Like I wasn't even actively, like how some people put smart goals, they have the timeline and things like that. I didn't do that. I did not have time for that. I knew what my goals were, my intentions rather, because I tend not to use the word goals. I tend to use intentions because it makes me, my weird thinking, my mind, mi mente es un poquito loco. See? So how I think, I have to use certain words to get me into action, into movement. So like instead of using goals, I use the word intentions because intentions makes me intentional, right? About my goals. So when I look back at my intentions rather for the year, I'm like astounded. And a lot of these things I as I say, me just enough in a life. Here, me just enough in a life and just God just a roll with the enoughness. See? So in him rolling with the enoughness, I wrote down stuff. I did my vision board in January. and your girl kept it moving and she did her thing. And you know what I want to tell you? Do meds people. You know why? Because they're only seeing their limitations and trying to impose them on you. So, don't get me wrong. Let's walk through it. So you want to be a CEO. You just graduated. Or let's not do CEO. Let's do like a not an entry level position, like a manager. Yeah, you want to be a manager, right? Manager, manager. We know logically, because you're just coming out of university, being in a position to be a manager right away is not logical because possibly you do not have the experience for that. You possibly, you just gotta come out of university. You understand? You may have experience in the field, but not manager experience. And boom, you get the manager experience. Had you listen, not experience, you get the manager position, but had you listened to certain people, maybe you'd be working an entry level desk job because you were working off of their limitations. And in life, people are going to call you crazy. And I'm okay with that. It's neither here or there to me because I've always been somebody who thinks outside of the box, I mean, don't get me wrong. Sometimes, insecurity has crept in and I'm like, no, no. And I just want to shrink into my, yeah. But the truth is, you cannot work or do things based on people's limitations, people's insecurities. There's a statement that says, if you believe you can, you can. You actually can. And if you believe you can't, you can't. And it's true. When you place self imposed limitations on yourself, the truth is, those self imposed limitations are true, they're factual. And when you remove those limitations, those barriers, the removal of those barriers can be true as well. But it all starts in the mind. And oftentimes, what happens instead of trusting ourselves, trusting our mind, trusting God, who has given us a vision, him say, yo, boom, roops, raps, this is what's gonna happen, right? And instead of trusting all of that, what happens is you end up listening to other people. And it's not to say that you can't listen to other people. It's not to say that you can't hear what other people's opinions are. It's not to say that you can't, get information from other people and knowledge from other people, because that is important too. We can learn from others. We can get direction from others, and God does place people in our path, in our way, to help us to grow and to help us to nurture the vision. But then you have to be aware of those leeches who, and leeches they are, because they can't see the vision. They don't know the vision that God has given you, right? And because they may not have strived for whatever that vision, particular vision is that you have, they believe it is impossible. And so they sow seeds of doubt into your mind. Oh no, you can't do that. Oh no, that's impossible. But who are you, or who are they rather, to tell you that, oh no, it's impossible, when them not even know what go on with between you and the vision, you understand? And you have to, that's why this whole moving in silence thing, I believe there should be a balance with this, by the way. But for the most part, learn to move in silence. It's not the easiest thing to do for some people because they want to make their accomplishments loud. They want people to see them, especially when it's something where you're not used to, you know, you're frightened a little bit. Oh my gosh, I'm accomplishing this. But let the results make the noise. So move in silence. Yeah, you can tell one and two people if you have a mentor. If you have somebody who can understand the vision like you, then mends the vision like you. But stop allowing people to dictate your vision, your life's plan, if they have no say, they don't understand what it is. And that's it for episode 3. I'm just joking. But the truth is, in life, that's a lot. That's something you have to learn to navigate, because I believe there are a lot of persons in life with a lot of potential, with a vision, but guess who stopped them? Persons who lacked vision. And as I've said, it's not that you cannot get insight from other people, but you have to be very, very, very careful. In 25 years, I have had my lessons on that. The good thing is that I'm very resilient, in the sense that, okay, people tell me, get your head out of the clouds. Okay, keep it moving. Yeah, it hurts. It pinch a nerve. Like, well, why are you telling me to get my head out of the clouds? Like, what is that? You understand? Like, this is my dream. This is what I want to do. And here I am, exactly doing exactly what I want to do. So story time. So I don't know. I'm trying to remember if in episode 3 I talked about this, but the the track record of my life was that I right now I am to be Dr. Zena Shaw, either a pediatrician or a pharmacist. What am I? A digital marketing executive and an entrepreneur. So the crazy thing is, all my life, I always wanted to be a baby doctor, aka a pediatrician. And then in university, what happened was, not university, before I was applying to university, I was like, nah, I'm not gonna become a doctor. Like, what is that? Um, I chose to do pharmacy, and then went to pharmacy school. And for 2 years, I was like, nah, fam, we not gonna do this. We gonna do what we wanna do, which is marketing. Ended up in marketing, loved it. It was slightly a huge learning curve for me, but slightly not, in the sense that, yes, I was a science student, but it also came naturally to me to be a social science student. So in being a social science student, yes, I had new things to learn compared to other persons who were already social science students, who already had their hands in business and accounting and all of these things. But me, poor little me, yeah, first year university, me fail accounting. Bad, bad. But after that, your girl did good, girl. I was like, nah, this not happening again. But yeah, and I did marketing, and again, reflecting, I was like, during those years, had I, okay, because I was trying to think that, like me, I don't really care. Like, I'm not gonna try to save face. My story is my story, and it's my testimony, and I'ma live by it. I'ma stick by it. Zine. So, I also thought when I switched from pharmacy, like, what would people say? However, even though I switched on everything, I was like, what would people say, because I'm leaving from one profession to not profession, one field to another, and then the field that I was in was very lucrative, like money for run and them type of things there. And I was thinking, what would people say? But you see, the thing about it is, when you have a vision, when you have a passion, the money will come, baby. Like, the way how I fit into this world, this marketing, digital media world, is that I fit in so well that it spoke for me. It put my name in people's mouth. So persons will say, oh my gosh, you seem to have switched. Maybe you could have, done pharmacy, make some money, go back to school and whatever. But that would not have fulfilled my life. And that would have not put me in the position that I am today. A place where, one, I'm happy. 2, I believe I'm fulfilling my life's purpose or part of my life's purpose. And 3, is there a third one? I don't know, but we'll think about it. But yeah, had I not moved with the vision for my life, because my vision from young was that I wanted to speak. I wanted to speak on stages. I wanted to do YouTube. Here I'm doing YouTube. I wanted to I wanted to do photography, videography. I wanted to do something with social media. And I'm doing all of that. I wanted to do digital, help create websites, things like that. And here I am doing it. I didn't know I would get to do it, but that was the vision. And that's where we are today. So in all this, my point is, once you have a vision, don't let anything stop you from fulfilling that vision. Unless the vision is really not the right vision. Because sometimes we feel that certain visions are what are meant for us. And this is where God and prayer and really thinking and planning for it comes into play, because we have to be aware and in tune with the Holy Spirit, what the Holy Spirit wants for our lives. Your vision is not the vision of someone else. Their vision is not your vision. So, for example, you may see somebody with a potential maybe to draw, but the vision that God has for them is for them to actually to go out and to be a musician. Not to say that they should give up drawing, but maybe God has a greater plan for them as a musician. And basically, what I try to say is tell people to mind their business. And I mean that respectfully, in the sense that if they're not seen or in tune with what is going on with you in your life, with your relationship with God, then they really shouldn't have a say in your life's vision. Because at the end of the day, you know who has to live their life? You. And if it is you're living outside of your purpose, if it is that you're living a below standard of life because you didn't follow your purpose, didn't follow the vision for your life, didn't do as God told you to do, that's on you. Nobody else but you. You have to live with life and the consequences of your choices. That is why I said, tell them for mind them business. Respectfully. No disrespect around here. So that's what I'm leaving with you today. Focus on you. Focus on your vision. Don't watch no face. Which song that come out of? Anyways, the point is, don't watch no face. Because at the end of the day, everybody has a purpose. Everybody has their own path to trod. Everybody has their own life to live. And you cannot be living in the footsteps of others. You cannot be living in the limelight of others. At some point, you have to take your own spotlight. And it's your choice when to do that. It's your choice to walk in obedience. Yes, this is an obedience talk too, because sometimes a lot of us miss out on our purpose or have a delay in our purpose because we're not walking in obedience. We don't listen. Or if we hear, we not do the things that we're supposed to do. Draping myself too. But at the end of the day, the point is, you have your life to live. What are you gonna do? If you made it this far, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for joining me. Thank you so much. We have 2 more episodes left in the series of what I've learned in the last 25 years of my life. Bloom 25. Thank you so much for watching. See you on the next one.